You'll tell the problem is coming from your family. What has my family done? Look at my auntie and look at my grandmother. They are even struggling to survive to eat. You think they don't like wealth? Okay. If you feel like your grandmother and your grandfather or your auntie or your auntie, the ones that are doing you, okay, give them 5 billion right now and see whether they will change their life or not. If they're able to change their life, they definitely know that it is not them. But if they still reject that money that they don't want, they want to stay exactly where they are, then you will know that they have a collaboration to do with what you are doing. Exactly. Because nobody will see soft life and say no.
And apamwa Jacob and Esau na no a baby asiema ba omumi enu na ba ko dwane free fie apamni nsunso aso no and it be srew Jacob ni Esau ho asem ne yeka but baba dey fast wa train the different types of covenant e wo ho a ye benya munti ase ama ye nsoso sabio ye bobra ye hunu kwan ya ye be sa ubebobra and it any obi nkwa pam emu apam ne so if say wubu sa apam ne so a ebia na wonnim sa unnim ne de bede e de bebro.
That's why you don't vow, like, or you don't open your mouth. No, I can't. I won't need. Okay, that's why chew. And I said, bite what you can chew.
What you can chew.
What you can swallow. No? And yes, sir, if you end up biting more than you can actually chew, it will end up stuck inside of your throat. Okay, it will not come out. It will not go inside.
Wow.
Okay, that is what happens.
Wow. This is very disturbing, eh?
A lot of families' issues have ended up spoiling because of this thing. Okay.
Because one person.
Yeah, because one person always dreaming about seeing this person doing them that way, dreaming about this person seeing them that way. We'll talk about more into your family and how your dream state interprets to you when we get to your root chakra. It is still in the story of Jacob.
Right.
When we get to Jacob and the angels wrestling now, you understand the things that you dream about. You understand why you receive these informations, how to go about understanding your own self, how to let go of these informations so that you can understand the complete form of the 5 covenants that you've made consciously.
Right.
Okay? Due to how certain events will be happening in your life, you know that, okay, it's because of this covenant. You know that, okay, it's because of this covenant.
Right.
And how to nullify those covenants is very easy. It's like, wow. If you pay, you are free. If you don't pay, God cannot come in there and then sort your issues out. Because it's a covenant. You made that covenant. Why should I be the one to come and treat it? You understand?
Exactly.
And everyone is inside of this world to know what they don't know so that you can grow.
Grow. Knowing what you don't know so you can grow. That is what Baba is saying. There is something I would read from Genesis 27. I'll read from 1. It's quite lengthy, but I'll try and summarize it. And this has to do with how Jacob stole Esau's blessings. Akwanya Jacob ene omame efa so a omuwia Esau ensemushira. Genesis 27 verse 1. When Isaac was old and his eyes were so weak that he could no longer see, he called for Esau, his older son, and said to him, "My son, here I am," he answered. Sorry. Isaac said, "I am now an old man and don't know the day of my death."
Okay.
3. Now then, get your equipment, your quiver and bow, and go out to the open country to burn some wild game, to hunt some wild game for me. 4. Prepare me the kind of tasty food I like and bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my blessings before I die.
Yes.
5. Now Rebekah was listening as Isaac spoke to his son, Esau. When Esau left for the open country to hunt game and bring it back, Rebekah said to his son, "Jacob, look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau, bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat, so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. Now, my son," this is Rebekah talking to Jacob. "Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you. Go out to the flock and bring me 2 choice young goats, so I can prepare some tasty food for your father. just the way he likes it. 10. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he may give you his blessings before he dies. Okay. Then Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, but my brother Esau is a hairy man, while I have a smooth skin. What if my father touches me? I would appear to be tricking him and would bring down a curse on myself rather than a blessing. 13. His mother said to him, my son, let the curse fall on me. This is what Rebekah said. In the event that your father sees that it is you, even if he curses you,
it should fall on me.
Let that curse fall on me. Wow.
Okay.
Let the curse fall on me. Just do what I say. Go and get them for me.
Okay. in this particular context, okay, I want you to understand that when it comes to the covenants that I just spoke about, okay, there is the physical representation of it.
Right.
Which is like me doing something for you out of my own heart.
Right.
Me giving you my free will, or me giving you an extra to what you already are. It's like you are the one that is lacking something.
Right.
Okay.
So I just choose to add.
I just choose to add it to you. If you can't have this, so at least have this so that your life can be like this. That was what Isaac had in mind. Okay. It wasn't about what God is giving or what God gave to the descendants of the Hebrews.
Right.
Now,
right.
That can only be determined by the way of which you feel, how you connect deeply to God. To tell you about the first covenant,
which is the original one between God and Abraham.
Between God and Abraham. That is something that is pre-established to any living being inside of this world.
Right.
If you are able to get to that particular level of consciousness, then you will understand the first covenant. Okay, which is the most important covenant. Apart from that, if you are existing in any of the contracts, which is like go and bring me this so that I may smile, and this particular smile will be something good for you, because people don't understand the importance of someone saying thank you for something.
Wow.
Okay, you don't understand the importance of someone telling you thank you. There's no any amount of money that thank you can buy.
Wow.
Any amount of thing that thank you can buy isn't real. Okay, if you can pay somebody to say thank you, the person will never say it with emotion, no matter how much they try. Even if you tell them that, do it emotionally, they still can't convince themselves, because the only person that you can lie to is everybody else. You can't lie to yourself. You understand?
Right.
So telling him to go and get a game and then bring it to him, prepare him a nice dish so that he may eat, so that he may give him his blessing, is talking about one of the covenant when it comes to the physical realm.
Which is the physical, the physical representation.
Yes. Isaac had flock. Isaac had a lot of animals, a lot of things inside of this world. Okay. So he was saying that particular kind of blessing in relation to Esau's existence as this particular self. In this form.
Yes.
If you can have the son,
right.
If you can have the son all to yourself, my son Jacob already has enough. Him even able to even go out to the sun and then to observe the sun and then to play in the sun is enough blessings for him.
Oh.
When Jacob ran from the house, he didn't take anything with him.
Yes.
Why did he leave all behind? If God had given, or if Isaac had given the blessing to Jacob by mistake, then he was supposed to take everything that Isaac had.
Right.
Why did he leave everything? Nothing can change what God has planned for you. That is a fact. You can't steal what God has already put. Okay?
So Jacob was already destined to be successful.
Already destined for success if he understood to overcome his rage.
Right.
Okay? That's one thing that all the descendants of the Hebrews have in common. Rage.
Esau had it.
Anger.
Wow.
They have anger issues. You see? And Jacob needed to learn out of the comfort of his own zone. So, like all the conversation that we are having, okay, and Bobo, like is coming together.
Right.
Small. We are in the one house, we are in this room, we are talking, we don't see the effect of how it is happening. But we are weaving reality.
Right.
So when it becomes so compacted that the only way that you will learn to grow is to leave the room.
Oh.
Then destiny redirects your attention to the outside.
Right.
That was what caused Jacob to leave.
Wow.
You made a promise. You wanted to be the eldest son. You wanted to know what it feels like
to be an elderly son.
To be an elderly son. Now you have to move out of the comfort of your own house to go to somewhere else to struggle and then become a man.
Because yes, you are now the eldest.
You are now the eldest.
So play your elderly role.
Play your elderly role. You have to listen. You understand?
Wow. So let me read. This is what I'm reading. Genesis 27 to 28. So he went to him and kissed him. This was Isaac telling Jacob, whom he thought was Esau, to give him a kiss after preparing the food for him. So he went to him and kissed him. When Isaac caught the smell of his cloth, he blessed him and said, "Ah, the smell of my son," because the mother gave him Esau's dress to wear. And "Ah, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed." Then 28, "May God give you heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grace and new wine." 29, "May nations serve you and people bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed." This is what he said.
Yeah, it's a simple thing. May the heavens and then the earth bless you. I've given you the blueprint. Okay, this is what you can stand to gain.
Right.
But the work, now comes the work. Okay.
Wow.
It's not about the blessing. No. It's about
putting in the work
to earn that resource. 90% of the time, most of you see things unconsciously. Okay.
Wow.
Because after this blessing comes the next thing, which is action.
So it is just like you going to church and your pastor telling you that you are blessed.
Yes.
I see this ahead of you. I see that.
Amen. You are seeing this as the end result. Are you willing to put in the work?
Oh.
The work isn't about paying tithing for your pastor to manifest it for you. The work is about you understanding the levels of vibration of that particular thing that you want in order to raise yourself to that level.
To match it.
And 90% of the time, the way God does it is to push you to the wilderness.
Just as Jacob had to flee.
The blessings will come, but the journey starts first.
Wow. Wow.
Your test has just begun. Are you going to be the one that I'm going to give this to?
Wow.
You see?
Wow.
90% of the people that God actually chose to carry his crown, you are the ones that suffers the most. They are the ones who are the black sheep.
Wow.
Because that's what Jacob is inside of the verse. Started as an arrogant person, always this, always fight, always this, always that. That is what Jacob was.
Right.
Until he left home.
He became humble.
He became humbled. When he returned, he understood what love was.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
90% of the time, your parents are always shielding you. You don't know how things are until you start discovering things for yourself. Until you start understanding, if I don't go to work today, I will not eat. And going to work simply means that, oh, I'm not planning anything huge inside of my life. Because if you are planning anything huge and you are thinking like me going to work and will guarantee me the money to live this huge, you are lying to yourself.
Wow.
If God, the road that you said that you wanted, first of all, you said you wanted the blessings of Esau. You wanted Esau to make you the eldest. First.
Now you became the eldest.
Okay, you became the eldest. And you are saying that, oh, you want to take the blessing that was meant for Esau for your own self. It's not about wanting things, so it's about you understanding once comes with problems.
Comes with processes.
Challenges, processes for you to overcome. So the more things you want inside of this life, the more challenges that God will put on you. Because every single time that you said you want something, you are throwing out a challenge.
To God.
To God. I want money, and then suddenly all money disappears inside of your own life. Can you survive without money?
Exactly. Wow.
Do you understand what it means to be peaceful without money?
Wow.
If you are able to get that particular form of peace without you having the money, then the money itself will find its way into you. It's like pretending not to want it, and then it ends up coming anyway.
Right.
That is how God is. The more you give attention to God, the more He avoids you.
Wow. Mr. Me monitor fa kakra. Hwɛ Jacob ne Esau story no. Ɛyɛ yabra bomu encommon yɛhio. Ɛnɛ no baba ɛnhyɛ da amfa board anto sɛ wɔkyerɛ adeɛ. Na mmom no ɔne yɛn di nkɔmmɔ ɛfa yankasa yabra bomu. Na yɛde Jacob ne Esau asɛm no ɛna ɛyɛ mfato ho ɛde ama yɛn. Ibusa ne sɛ adeɛ baako na mente aseɛ. Ɛba ne sɛn ɛna ɔmo maame ɛboa Jacob ɔmaame boa no ma owia ne nua no nhyira ɛna baba ɛma yɛate aseɛ sɛ yɛka sɛ nhyira a wontumi nwie obi nhyira wo ɛfiri sɛ adeɛ bia a wohwehwɛ wɔ asase so no ɛne responsibility na nam ɛde nsɔhwɛ bi ɛna nam ɛde amaneɛ bi na nam iti the fact say Jacob etimi awia ne ho yɛ sɛ ne nua no ɛkɔɔ yɛ ma papa ehyira no no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ na nhyira na ba Jacob ate sɛ ɔsoro ɛbɛhyira no asase bɛhyira no nhyira bɛka wɔn ma ɔmbɛhyira no nnomyɛ bɛka wɔn ma ɔmbɛdome ne deɛ na mmom no kwan bɛn so na ɛbɛfa asa adeɛ no na ɛde bɛba ɛbɛma na bɛm ne nyinaa ne sɛ na ɛwɔ sɛ ɔhawo a na ɛka Esau nhyira no kyerɛ no na wɔ sɛ Jacob nso saa so asa aka no ɛne nti mɛsrɛ wo ɔbra a wobɔ no ɛmma w'ani mmere obi fa Jacob ɛyɛ mfato ho ɛfiri sɛ ne nyinaa nkamfua no na wɔ sɛ Jacob ɛsan firi fie na afei ɔno a kɔbɔ bra ɛfiri sɛ sɛ wabɛyɛ panin wabɛyɛ bakan ne ɛtɔ so mmienu anammo a nasa sudi a ɛde bakan ne ka ho no ɛde ba no na wɔ sɛ ɔsan so a ti na wɔ sɛ odwane firi fie ɛfiri sɛ na ne nua Esau bu afu ɛne nti ɛdeɛ bɛn na wohwehwɛ firi wo Nyankopɔn nkyɛn a wopere wo ho adɛn na womma sika ne ahonyadeɛ ahyɛ wo so sika ne deɛ wobɛbusa wo ɛnso nea wobɛfa mu a wode bɛnya sika no wobɛtumi anaa ɛno ne adeɛ a wok sika ɛpɛ sɛ ɔtwe adwen de si so sɛ ɛnɛ no wobɛbɔ mpaeɛ asrɛ Awurade sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ yie abusua mu anka obiara nyɛ yie a wode anka wo nko ayɛ yie nanso asodi a ɛde sika nam no wobɛtumi afam obi kɔda kwan ho obi so adeɛ obi yɛ nkruntu dwuma sɛbe obi yɛ ne ho mpo sɛ bɔdam ni na watimi anya baabi pa de ahyɛ wɔ abrabom wobɛtumi abere wo mogya ni atumi afa saa nneɛma no nyinaa mu
it is the same contract that the devil gives you. It's the same thing. You want my money? No problem. Give me that feeling of yours.
Wow.
That is what the devil says. I'm going to make sure that you have the money, but what is called peace, you don't get it.
Can be that.
Because the king of peace is what you are supposed to be listening to. That is the one you are supposed to be discovering.
Right.
Okay? But you decided to choose another route, and that is my route.
Okay.
Come on, here.
Come on, I am a dama.
Okay? You couldn't do that.
Wow.
You can't serve two masters at the same time. That's what it means. The devil is not even a master. Or a cell created from God. So if you are going to challenge someone with God, challenge God with God. Why do you use this someone that came from God to challenge God? Does that make sense?
So, meaning the devil is not even part of
He's not even part
God's
of
competition.
He's not even part. God doesn't have competition with anybody inside of this life.
Wow.
If you are there struggling, if you are there fighting, like you are in this world, you are like, God, I curse you. God, I do you like this. God, this is and that. No, you are ignorant. Because you are just one cell. How many people exist inside of this world? How many cells do you know that is making out of the earth that you are standing on?
Wow.
Do you know the number of hairs on your head?
You can't count.
And you actually think like you can fight God. Finish fighting the hair. Okay? Be able to destroy the hair. then God will have your attention.
Sure. Oh, abrabom na se obra wo bono. Wo pese wudi ye a ana o hwehwe biribi afi Nyankopɔn nkyɛn a. Yɛnka Nyankopɔn a wa abɔnten o. Na mmom yɛka Nyankopɔn a ɔte wankasa ho mo. Sɛ wo pɛ biribi afi Nyankopɔn nkyɛn a, yɛsɛne Jacob ɛyɛyɛ no. Jacob anhu ne ho sɛ ɔwɔ ne na ne n'agya fie. Ti na ɔtwɛn ama nhyira na n'agya. Ane bɔhyɛ n'agya. Ɛde hyɛ ne sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ɔman na ɔbɛyɛ nhyira no ama n'abɛm. Na mmom no sɔre pie kɔ abɔnten akɔpere ne mogya. Ɛbere ne mogya ni. Ɛdidi yie. Na anwanwasɛm a ɛwɔ mu nso ne sɛ ebia na nnɛ wo nso so otebea a wotim no ɛnyɛ mma. Otebea na akɔ sɛ Esau. Adeɛ bia nka wɔ sɛ ka wo nsa na akɔdi abɔnten a ɛma ne haw. Sɛnea Esau nso ampa ba ɔpapa ɛnom yɛnsɛm a ɔkagu na brabɔ so nyinaa no ɛkyere no Esau nso timi sɔre yɛ a ɔno nso bɛyɛ ɔman no. Sɛ wampa ba Onyankopɔn wɔte wo mu.
Yeah.
Ɛma w'ani mu wase.
It's simple like that. It's very simple like that.
Baba, I'm tempted to read the whole thing, but Esau got angry. But Esau said something. Esau said something. He said, Genesis 27:34, when Esau heard his father's words, he burst out with a loud and bitter cry and said to his father, bless me too, father. Because this was when his father had told him that then I think
given the blessings to
exactly
Jacob.
If it is not you, then I've already given the blessing to Jacob. So he was yearning for a blessing. But this is what the father said. But he said, your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing. Esau said, isn't he rightly named Jacob? This is the second time he has taken advantage of me. He took my birthright and now he's taking my blessing. Then he said, haven't you reserved any blessing for me? Then Isaac answered, Esau, I have made him lord over you and have made all his relatives his servants. And I have sustained him with grain and new wine. So what can I possibly do for you, my son? Then Esau said to his father, do you have only one blessing, my father? Bless me too, my father. Then Esau wept aloud. His father Isaac answered him, your dwelling will be away from the earth's richness, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live in the sword and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck.
You understand? This is very simple. It's telling you that you will become the backbone of your brother.
Right.
Everything that your brother, you think your brother has taken, he can't do nothing without you. Okay?
Right.
If you decide to move out, away from your brother, you all will get destroyed.
Wow. So no matter what he's done to you,
no matter what he's done to you, if he is able to return back and to see you, okay, I want you not to harbor any ill feelings towards him.
Wow.
Don't let that stop you from gaining your part of the deal that was done.
But the 41 says that Esau held a grudge against Jacob.
That one there.
Because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, the days of mourning for my fathers are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. Then Rebekah was told what her old son Esau had said. She went for her young son Jacob and said to him, your brother Esau is planning to avenge himself by killing you. Now then, my son, do what I say. Flee at once to my brother Laban in Haran.
That's like the chain event. I told you, that's one thing leads to another thing leads to another.
If you say you want something, you must be prepared to face the consequences.
Yeah, it keeps going like that. You say you want this, you have to make sure that whatever that is coming in life always comes with a test. Now your test begins. Are you going to take the steps as you are to understand yourself in order to know my blessings that I've given you? Or you ended up going and at the end of the journey you'll be like, my father's blessing was nothing. It didn't even work. He blessed me that I'll be rich. Now look at me. Look at how poor I am. Some of you, that's what you view things inside of this world.
Right.
Yeah. You look at the way in which they say your family, black people are the richest people. You are gods and goddesses. And you look at yourself and be like, if I'm a god, I'm going to look at the way I'm suffering. How does a god suffer like this?
Right.
You see? That's just ignorance talking. That's just ignorance speaking.
Wow.
Because if you want the blessings to come, God wants to give you a blessing that all the heavens and all the earth, they will acknowledge your presence.
Wow.
And the only way to do that is for you to find yourself in the middle. Be the balance between the heavens and the earth and everything. You shall rule everything and everything shall bow before you. Not just people, but animals as well. You understand what balance means? And this kind of power, you don't just give it to somebody that wants to destroy things.
Right.
So he needed to overcome his rage. He needed to overcome his obsession about wanting things on the outside of himself. That was when he was set in motion.
Right.
He had to leave.
And you see, when he went to Laban, I will just, summarize that aspect before going into he preparing to meet Esau once again.
Okay.
A lot of things happened. He had to serve his uncle, and through his uncle, he also got a lot of possessions. But his uncle realized that Jacob is a scammer. Because it did not just end with, Esau. He had to check with Laban, his flocks, trying to, because he went into agreement with Laban.
Yeah.
That if, you give me these flocks, every kind of flock I'm able to raise, we will agree. I take certain time.
It's like the Fulani people still do it.
Really?
Yeah. The Fulani people, they don't have herd, so all the animals that they are growing is not for them. It's people's animals.
Really?
But whenever they give birth, they share.
And Jacob was so smart that he realized that no, these colors of animals, I have agreed with my boss that these colors, if they are red, they are mine. If they are white, they are his. So he learned how to
selective breeding.
Exactly. How to do selective breeding. And by the time Laban realized Jacob's flocks were more than his. So he had to pursue him. And Jacob had to run again.
Yeah. This time, he wasn't pursuing Jacob simply because of the herd. Okay? He was pursuing Jacob because the idols that he was worshiping, was stolen.
Oh.
The idols were stolen. Okay? So before we even boil down to what the idols represent, let's go back to the wives.
Right. Okay. So Jacob married 2 wives. Okay. Jacob married 2 wives. Leah. But Leah was the first wife. And one of the wives is Leah. And Leah gave birth to Reuben. Reuben became the firstborn with dignity and power, but unstable and lost his place. You can actually find this Genesis 49:34. Then with Leah, Jacob gave birth to Simeon. Simeon was violent, cruel with his brother Levi. Yet still, you could tell the trait. Okay,
like they say, a cat doesn't give birth to one. That's how it is.
And that is also in Genesis 49:5-7. Then the third born was Levi. Levi was violent with Simeon. So it is like 2 brothers fighting.
Yeah, I want you people to understand one thing, okay? When it comes to the house of Jacob, okay, I want you to see how they are enabling everybody in relation with their attitude.
Right.
Okay, I want you to look at them. They will categorize them into 3 particular forms. They will categorize those that are violent, those that are mild violence, and those that are not of violence at all. Okay.
Right.
Yes, they'll categorize it like that.
Right. So Levi, also violent with Simeon, later set apart for priesthood, which will be found in Numbers 3 verse 5 downwards. And then also Genesis 49 verse 5 and 7. And then the 4th child was Judah. Judah became the lion's whelp, leader, royal line. Scepter shall not depart.
The scepter shall not depart. You know what a scepter is? Okay?
Please explain.
Yeah. A scepter is what you are as the middle.
Wow.
That is what a scepter is.
Wow.
To hold a scepter, you have something you call a magic wand. Or you have a magic scepter. And there's always a ball on top in the top of it, you know, and then a stick that holds it downwards.
Right.
The scepter shall not fall. Okay, thy staff, that is what the scepter is.
Right.
Okay, so when it comes to them telling you that the scepter shall not fall, they are telling you the one that brings balance. And it is who? The Lion of Judah.
Right. That can be found in Genesis 49, 8 to 10. Now the firstborn with Leah, sorry, it's called Issachar. Strong donkey submits to burdens.
Now it has come down to your lower selves. It has come down to the part that is neither violent nor submissive. You see?
Wow.
I told you, your chakras, you know, the way they are, no, or your energy centers, you know, your entire being is divided into the body, the mind, and then the soul.
Right.
They've talked about what the mind reacts to, the body reacts to, which is like the Simon,
right,
the
Levi.
Yeah, they are always acting
Reuben.
impulsively. They are always on their animalistic way of interpretation.
Unstable,
yeah,
violent, cruel.
That is what reptilians are.
Oh.
Okay. They only operate on power. That's why I was telling you when we are talking about Titan and it relates to the house of Levi,
right,
you understand why certain people inside of this world are sitting on you. The same color as your skin as a Hebrew, and yet they are the one that are taking your petty coins that you have to enrich their life and tell that they are building a heaven for you. Meanwhile, understood very clearly that God told the descendants of every Israelite that he exists within themselves.
Right.
So which inside of themselves is the pastors inside of your churches telling you to discover? Which part of the inside of yourself?
That's interesting.
So when we get to the house of Levi, you understand why Levi is corrupted. Why Levi is the world leaders now that are manipulating everything. Because the white people or the pale skin cannot control the black without the black.
Right.
They need you. That's why they have to select a few of you, give you power, and then use it to abuse the rest of your siblings.
Now, Zebulun is the 6th child. Zebulun dwells by the seashore, haven for ships. And that can be found in Genesis 49, verse 13.
The comfort, that's what Zebulun is. The comforter, that is what the water is.
Right.
You are all ships inside of this world. You are all, and the ship is supposed to be connected to the dock. Okay, the dock is God. Okay, when you drive a ship across an ocean, when you get to the other side, you dock the ship. That means that you pack it, you tie it down
with an anchor.
That anchor is what is linking you to the Father.
Right.
The Father is God. God is what is holding the anchor between you and then the ship.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Wow.
So Zebulun is what represents that particular anchor. And this word, immediately you are born into here, your anchor is split.
Right.
They cut off the anchor and then they leave you to wander the sea.
So that is our umbilical cord.
They cut off the anchor, cut off your consciousness, and then they allow you to wander in the sea of confusion. And if you are in the middle of a sea as a ship, will you struggle?
No.
So if you are struggling, what are you doing? You are drowning.
Wow.
That is what ignorance gets you.
Wow. Yeguso ayeka Jacob ene ne mane ho asem na enkomo no emu ayede tinubu hu se mesresre sa nya bibia o Bible no na ye pense mu nyemu enkyeremu yi.
Quran they want more detailed explanation like this,
Sir.
because they understand.
Sir. Inti ye kan Jacob mane ho asem na abofra di kan no ye potoka sem ye friend Ruben de otoso minu ye Simon, Levi ene toso miensa, Judah ene toso nan, Isaka toso num, ena Zebulon toso nsia. Na esono bia ne ni su ebi ase ebi epetutrasem ebi pe wohu ena omo ba no so no ase omo mpa mo ho asem na fe de abeduru omo asabio omo eda fom kra afi abofra otoso nson a oni Lia ewo no Jacob ni Lia ewo no oyoba ono pani oba oda omo nyina ntem ye fe ni Dinah ampa cho obenya sa information we ewo Genesis 30 verse 21 and answer Genesis 34 verse 1 afei enu achi one Bilha ewo ye the entire Bilha di ne ba ne say if it's a Bilha ba ene toso enwotwe. Bilha's child is number 8. So after Dinah, Bilha's child is number 8.
Okay.
And that is Dan. Dan is the judge of his people. Serpent by path.
That is karma.
Wow.
Dan is karma.
So each of the 12 children represents something.
Yes, Dan is what judges this physical body.
Wow.
The actions of this physical body is what is reflected to you as your karmic cycle to heal.
Right.
The serpent, the endless going of what the serpent is, that is what Dan is.
Wow.
So like the children of Jacob, when it comes to Jacob's life story, they are telling you about instances that had occurred, okay, and instances that exist within your own being.
So that you don't look outside.
You don't look outside to seek the answers that they are talking to you about their children on the inside.
So the children represent an aspect of yourself.
An aspect part
the 12 aspect of your own being.
Yes. With characteristics that varies from one another, that came from the same father, the same mother. So it is like fetching piece of the mother, fetching piece of the father, combining them, and then you see what you get. The color that is produced, that is what you become.
Wow.
You understand? So all the children that they've mentioned, each of them is at a certain level of your own essence.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Each of them is at a level of your own essence.
Wow.
We're talking about the first wife, which is Leah. And when you talk about Leah's story of how Jacob and Leah, they were like, Jacob wanted to marry the second wife, which was Rachel. Okay? But that wasn't the situation. You understand?
Right.
Jacob was a Hebrew. Jacob was a Hebrew, but when it came to Rachel, Rachel was half Hebrew.
Oh.
Rachel was a half Hebrew in a way that she worshipped idols. She and the father, which was the uncle of Jacob.
Yes, Jacob.
Okay? They worshipped idols.
Oh, that is why Jacob, Laban was trying to chase Jacob off.
Yes.
Oh.
He was following Jacob because Rachel took the idol with her. And when they come and they were searching everywhere and they told her to get up, she was like she was in a period. I'm in my period, I can't get up. That means she was sitting on the idol.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So when it comes to the wives, they will tell you that the way she wanted to marry the second wife, but the first wife, the father just deceived them. No. No. It is never possible that way. Okay? Leah had a very distinct connection with Jacob as compared to Rachel.
To Rachel, right.
Do you understand?
Right.
She was fully into the Hebrew way of life. She understood the Hebrew way of life when it comes to Leah's part of the thing. When it comes to the way Rachel understood things, was a half cut. Less like the way Hagar reacted to things.
Right.
She reacts to things like that.
Oh.
That was why she got desperate when she wasn't giving birth, and then decided to pass on her mate, just like Sarah did to Abraham. Pass the mate down all the way to Jacob, and Jacob ended up also pregnating that one. When you don't learn from your fathers, you are bound to repeat the same mistake again.
Right. 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 Wow. The 9th child by Bilhah is called Naphtali. And I am naming the wives according to the order of birth. Okay, the 9th child is called Naphtali, a dove set free and a bearer of beautiful words. So this is what Naphtali stood for. Now, the 10th child came from Zilpah, Leah's maid.
Yes.
And the 10th child is called Gad.
One God.
Raided, but overcomes in the end. He's always raided, but he will end up overcoming.
Yeah. That's what he said. Okay.
You can find that in Genesis 49:19.
Me see them clearly now, looking for reasons to envy down. Ignorance and envy now. Anyhow, blessed man, blessed for my long time. Una can't touch me, man, as sunshine.
So
I'm burning the
so
night.
his eye God,
yes,
is from
one God. From
God.
The lineage of Jacob.
Oh,
that's what Stonewall name says. One God. Okay, if you think you are going to bury him, you bury him in the night and he will rise up in the morning.
Even though he will be raided, but he will overcome again.
He will overcome. That's why I'm always telling these artists, they have a way of whispering information to you.
Wow.
Is it?
Now Asher is the 11th child. Asher's aspect is rich food, prosperity, delicacies fit for kings. You can find that in Genesis 49:20.
Moving from your chaotic self, bringing yourself to balance and what you stand to enjoy. Dove enlightenment. After karma comes enlightenment.
Right.
After enlightenment comes resourcefulness and everything that you need inside of this world.
Right.
Through the resilience of what one God is.
In order to overcome.
You overcome everything, and when you overcome, then you have sustenance.
Rich food.
Yeah.
You have prosperity. You have rich food. You have delicacies that fit for kings.
Yes.
Which is your true self.
Your true self.
Genesis 49:20. This is where you find what Asher is. And Asher is the 11th child of Jacob.